Simplicity is a lost art. I'm sharing this because I met a business owner a few weeks ago, and he seemed like the nicest guy, and we got to talking and had a great conversation. And then he basically told me, and I'm slightly exaggerating, but not really. He is a business owner who has, this is not an exaggeration, five different businesses. And on the surface, you go, wow, this guy started five different businesses. That's amazing. It was an online coaching business. He's in the real estate flipping world. He is a coach. He does like some sort of, it's not therapy, but it's something like that. And then he has investments in some other business that he became, I think, a silent partner in. And you hear it and it sounds impressive. Five businesses. He started four of them. He's an investor in a fifth one. Very impressive. This guy's crushing it. And then we go deeper, and I started having deeper conversations with him. And as he's telling me about some of the businesses, I'd like to think I'm somewhat intelligent, not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I know business a little bit. And it didn't make sense to me the way he was describing these businesses. And I asked him like deeper questions. I'm like, talk to me like I'm 7 years old. How would you do that? And I still wasn't getting it. We get down to the bottom line of this conversation, and he broke down, and it was a very emotional part of the conversation where he told me the businesses don't make any money. Five businesses generate almost nothing. And he was basically, his family was living off of his wife's salary. Meanwhile, it looked like on the surface, five businesses. He even talked about the revenue, where the revenue was not a small number, but after the expenses, he was net zero or negative. And as I thought about it, I thought, wow, this guy, if he lasered in on one of the businesses, whatever one he thought he was great at and it could generate revenue, what if he lasered in on that for 1 year? I would bet he would crush it. He would crush it instead of spreading it out on five businesses. The complexity is the enemy of success. It doesn't help you execute when it's complex. And then one of my favorite ones, because as you see, I'm putting out more and more content about budgeting, personal finance. It's so interesting to me, spending habits, saving habits, everything. You talk to the person, and I've heard this so many times where, hey, Matt, I have these six credit cards, but I use this one to get the flight points. I use this one because I get clothing on sale. I use this one at the grocery store, that one at the movie theater, this one at the gym, spread across six or seven up to 12 credit cards I've heard. I think I've even heard a little bit more than that, but the 12 I've heard multiple times. And a lot of times there's balances on a few of them. And it's complex and they're spending more and the interest rates are higher. And are you really getting the benefits of those airline points? And is it really worth the time? I mean, if you're spending 17 hours learning how to save $100 on a flight. Well, what if you just worked at Target for those 17 hours? You'd make a lot more than $100, I can tell you that much. It's the time value of money. And it honestly doesn't even work most of the time. You hear the credit card, the points work because I spend this on it and I get the points and I get a free flight. Well, guess what? On average, according to many studies, we spend 18 to 20% more on a credit card than a debit card or cash. Are you really earning those points? Or what if you just use a debit card? You'd probably save more and you could just buy the flight outright for $280. Complexity. Complexity. We think if we have all these complex things that it helps us create and save money and use points for this and have better businesses, but it just dilutes it all. Simplicity is such a powerful thing when it comes to success in any area. Even if it's your email, simplify. You want one hack? It's not even a hack. I hate that word. If you want one idea Simplify your email. Go through for the next month and unsubscribe, because a lot of times it's monthly newsletters. Unsubscribe to all the ones you never read, or you see and then you want to go buy something that you don't really need. Unsubscribe from all that garbage. It is crap ads to get you to buy stuff that you don't really need to impress people that you don't give a crap about. Simplify, simplify, simplify. And then you have this thing in abundance called time. You have more time to spend with your friends, with your parents, with your family, with your kids, with whoever the heck you want. And the way to get more time is to simplify the tasks, simplify your life. I have a goal, especially in 2026, to not say and have people say to me, man, he's so busy. He's so hard to get a hold of. Of course, I want to be effective with my time, but I don't want to be busy just being busy. I want to be effective. I want to work hard. I want to create content. I want to change lives, but I also just don't want to take calls and be busy just for the sake of being busy. That's a waste. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Complexity, I don't know who said it, might have been Tony Robbins. Complexity is the enemy of execution. The more complex it is, the harder it is to execute. Simplify. It's like somebody that has 12 things on their to-do list. I've done this. I've done this so many times. And it's like, well, I'm never going to get 12 done, so I might as well not do any. Why not have one? What's the one thing if I did today, I could hit the pillow tonight and go to bed and go, it was a good day. Three at the most. What are the three things that if I did today, I could hit the pillow and go, wow, I really knocked it out of the park today. It was a good day. Not 17. Because then if you have 17 and you do four, it's like, what a waste of a day. 13 things I didn't do. I'm such a loser. What's the one to three things? Simplify it. My ask and my challenge, as you know, every podcast episode ends with a challenge. How can you simplify one thing in your life? Simplify your closet. Chuck some clothes out that you haven't worn. If you haven't worn it in a year, you're not going to wear it. Donate it. It feels great. My wife and I did it recently. It feels so good to donate. Somebody will wear it. Somebody needs what you're not wearing. Simplify your email. Unsubscribe like a maniac. And if you can't figure out how to unsubscribe because some of the emails are so tough, block the email. Then you don't see it again. Simplify your social media. If you follow 17,412 people, maybe knock that down to 1,000. You probably don't know all these people. How can you simplify everything and do it like a maniac? Simplify, 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 and watch yourself have so much more time for things that you love to do. I hope you give it a shot. Happy 2026. I hope it's off to a great start. We will see you right here, same time next week.